It's minus 200,000 energy because of the Lathe. Oh, that's hilarious. So a bunch of people were asking ASpec if virtuality creates infinite virtual pops. How does that work on a birch world? Well, let's find out, shall we? This is a birch world. It's part of the Gigastructural engineering mod. And of course, it's a giant shell world sitting around a supermassive black hole. For those of you who don't know what a shell world is, imagine a skyscraper stacked around a orbital body, in this case, a black hole, times infinity, basically. That's what a shell world is. It's a bunch of floors looped around an orbital body, and all the fun and games that comes with that. But regardless, we'll be spawning in the center of the galaxy. We are, of course, these wonderful... Oh, I love this portrait so much. And of course, we are a dark consortium because we want to have dark matter early on because of the bonuses that we can get out of that, and also it will float our economy nicely. And also rapid replicator. Rapid replicator is going to be super useful for us when it comes to pops, and also we need to be robot pops in order to be able to take virtuality, because we cannot take the synthetic age if we go from biological pops to robo pops to synth pops. It doesn't work like that. I tried. Don't worry. I spent an hour of my life wasted on that shenanigans. Regardless, the Decaying Birch World is at the center of the galaxy. Let's dive in and see what we can find out. For the uninitiated, the Decaying Birch World comes with a special situation, which is exploring our ancient home, because for some reason we are on this stupid thing, and basically we need to reactivate its systems because it's decaying right now, and we need to reactivate all the repair systems in order to get everything up and running and become an unstoppable powerhouse. And that's where this thing comes in. There is quite a lot of steps, and it will take quite some time to get there. We're going to actually expand our budget in order to do everything, because we will get new districts out of this, we will get new pops, etc. But most importantly, we will be able to get stuff like the new archaeological district, which will give us a lot of additional science. I like how we've made first contact, and it's immediately the two fallen empires in this galaxy. We got ourselves some militarist isolationists over here, and some enigmatic observers over there. Now, there are only a couple of ways into our space, and two of them, well, at least one of them, I don't know how far this is actually going to be spreading out, but at least one of them is blocked by one fallen empire, with the third one still being open, so we still have an escape route, but a bit concerning, considering fallen empires being a bit of a problem. Somehow we've managed to pull the rubricator out of a high hat. Now, the problem that we have is that we don't necessarily want that many planets, because virtual pops have bad return on investment when it comes to the amount of, the more colonies you have, the worse bonuses you're going to get from your virtual pops, which means that we don't want to have too many planets, but we can colonize them for now, and then later on just move everything over to the Decaying Birch World and just blow the planet up or something like that. Now, our Birch World has a special planet orbiting it. It is a fantalastic world, which basically means that the oceans are really, really deep, and there's going to be a dig site down here. But in the meantime, it's a nice place for us to get some additional materials, etc. But we, like I said, we kind of need to make sure we don't have too many colonies, because virtual pops will not perform very well in that case. So after these three planets, including the Decaying Birch Worlds, we're going to stop all colonization efforts. Doesn't mean we're going to get pops in different ways, though. Primitives. Now, primitives, 16 primitives, that's fine. They're currently in the Steam age, which is fine as well. But we don't have much use for them, except that we have a minor issue, and that is because we are effectively playing on a single planet with a lot of pops. Amenities are going to be a bit of a problem. So we're going to do a couple of interesting things here, because obviously we want to flesh out our population a bit as well. We're just going to set our default rights. And our default rights is just going to be, domestic servitude. For no particular reason. Don't you worry about it. There's no reason why we've just set that. There you go. We got ourselves an expedition to the depths of the Birch World, which is great for us because it means that we can send our people out to do cool things and find new stuff. Money well spent, I would say, when it comes to that. By the way, this is a hand, not a spaceship. Yeah,
Build job complete.
that whole prisoners with jobs thing and, you know, needing special pops has nothing to do with anything. Don't worry. Don't look at this. It's fine. You don't need to look at anything at all. It's nothing to worry about in any way, shape, or form. Don't worry about it. Greetings, comrades. Time to orbit. First alien encounter. Yes, yes. A very kinetic first alien encounter.
New augments research. Strap in.
I love raiding bombardment. Okay, they got 4 pops left on this planet. It's time to stop mining for pops, and we'll leave them alone for now, and then later on we'll just go and visit them again, because they'll recover over time, and then when the time comes, we'll just start the harvest once again.
Changing.
Sweet, second expedition, and we're gonna get some pops out of this. Apparently, we just need to be friends with these guys. We get 8 pops automatically on our capital world. They're biological pops, and they will automatically be added to our world, which is nice, except... Oh, they look so cool, though. Except for one minor thing, and we're about to find out about that, and that is... Yeah, we get 8 additional pops, but what was happening? Oh, no. They're immediately turned into... The nose, it lies. The nose, it lies. What I do find funny, though, is that our pop mining operation, we just basically decided to put an observation post nearby for when they decided to rebuild their society a little bit. Because right now they have 4 pops, which is basically nothing, and I think they got a world war going on. Not really an issue for us, but, you know, if they ever become a problem, scoop them up, bring them back to the capital, bring them back to the Birch World.
The system is being...
Oh no! There's no species that can currently grow on this planet. Oh man, they're gonna be stuck here forever. Well, then I'll just
We've constructed something game.
Take him out of their misery, wouldn't I? Yeah, let's just do that. Well, after a hot minute, I finally managed to find an elevator to the next floor because we were basically stuck on this Birch World, one of the floors that is, and we wouldn't be able to go up. But we found a spire that has an elevator on there. We're just going to go ahead and supercharge that bad boy because we want to go up into the sky as fast as possible. And this is also where all that dark matter comes in handy because we can sell all that stuff to make sure that we revive the spire as fast as xenolly possible.
We've constructed something game-changing.
Boom, we're on the next floor. Well done, everybody. GG. And with that, I can start building my first Dyson swarm, which is obviously very important for my economy because I want to make sure I get as much energy as possible. +2 is not the greatest, but it's probably the best I'm going to get in the long run. This physics star could be very useful as well. All the other stuff, not really all that great, but we're still going to build an intense amount of megastructures basically everywhere because in the end, this is, of course, giga engineering. There is nothing quite like having a Dyson sphere online and ready to go. It's always nice when we can actually get a reasonable amount of resources from a star. It's only going to get more, so that's awesome. We got all the stuff going on for our little center. And on top of that, we are 16 months away from getting virtuality, or at least the Ascension perk for Synthetic Age, which is going to allow us to do virtuality, which is awesome. And there it is, Maginot Protocols. Not only will we be able to build a Maginot world around endless depths, which is what our goal is going to be. There's going to be a Maginot world sitting right next to this here, SMB. But on top of that, we can now get Synthetic Age, which is probably the most important thing, because then we start the transformation. Probably the most important event as robots, because this is going to gate us to the wonders of virtuality. Ah, there it is, virtuality. So we're going to go with top priority on the virtuality because we already done the living metal as well as the nanites. So we're going to get those as bonuses as well. And on top of that, we're getting a bunch of industrial output on basically everything that we've got going on there, which is great. We're still exploring. Of course, we're still exploring. The entire galaxy seems to hate us because they ain't us. That must be the reason. Because everybody's rival to me. I was actually looking here on the... well, there's some marauders who don't like us. So that's okay, these guys definitely don't like us because they think we're authoritarian tyrants. What kind of empire are you? I'm curious. Egalitarian xenophobes. Uh-huh. So it's authority that you have problems with. So we're on our way to getting the transformation. We're actually not going to go get the tradition because this is going to be filled in by virtuality pretty soon, and then we can immediately get the first ones going. So we're going to hold off for now on the virtuality side, or at least on the tradition side, because we need that virtuality and see how that's going to work with this here Birch World. Very, very excited to see how that's going to go. Speaking of which, we get ourselves a special building now on the planet. Virtual power plant, living metal, and nanite replicators. And there we go. We will embrace the virtual world. So we've now embraced the virtual world. As soon as the transformation is done, which it won't be very long, 2 years from now, we'll just overclock this stuff because, just get it done. No mineral shortages. That's not good. We're just gonna get the transformation done, be done with it as soon as we can, and then fill up our world with all the pops. And the transformation is complete. We will find purity in the code, which is exactly what we want.
Cancel agenda available.
And now we should have virtuality. Now, the most important part here is the finisher. Adopting all virtuality traditions gives virtual pops are instantly created to meet job requirements of buildings and districts. Virtual pops can no longer become refugees or be assembled. Now, this is probably also where you start to realize why I picked Nihilistic Acquisition earlier, because I'm going to need get pops to put into my space brain from somewhere. So, clustered capacity and a whole bunch of other stuff. Basically, it's going to give us additional virtuality bonuses. But first of all, we're just going to kick things off here with the data-driven logic loops. Now, the more important thing here is that we need to understand is that if we're going for the full virtual approach here, it means that if we have too many planets, we only have 3, so it's not that bad, we will get depreciating results on our virtual pops, which we clearly don't want. So we're not going to go all too hard on these things. We just want to make sure that we have enough. So here it is, clustered capacity. Resources from pops plus 175%, minus 25 per colony. So we're about to get more stuff by a factor of 125 by the end of the month, probably. Not just yet. We do get our manufacturing online, but regardless, we do have a modifier here for getting more stuff, basically. But at some point, we are probably going to get off of Relic. But yeah, as soon as we have more than 4 colonies, we get nothing out of this, which is obviously problematic. Also, we got crime, which isn't great. What I am a little bit annoyed by is that we are 86 years into the game and we haven't actually received any sort of
game-changing upgrade
kilo structures from Gigastructural Engineering, which I think is highly unfortunate because that's where all the cool stuff is. We just have our Dyson Sphere online and that's it. Sure, Dyson Spheres are cool and all, and we're getting a lot of energy out of this, but where are my manufactoriums, right? Like, where is all this cool stuff? Oh, great. In order to get to the next step, we need mega engineering. So let's get Star Fortress then, because we desperately need mega engineering in order to get to the next stage of this thing. But virtuality is within our grasp, which is obviously one of the more important things here, and we need to get the gas refineries up and running. Why the gas refineries, you ask? Well, there's a good reason behind that. We want to make sure that we have as many labs as possible so that we can continue generating as much stuff as possible in terms of science. Because right now we are 90 years into the game and we got 900 science, which is about where I would like to be normally, but due to some of the changes in the way science is calculated, in some of the recent updates, I'm not 100% sure whether or not that is still relevant or not. So I would like to be careful. Also, we're 28 months away from pure virtuality. So that's cool. And there it is. The virtuality that we also desire. So now we have virtual leaders. So what do virtual leaders actually do? Well, that is a good question. Let's take a look here. Virtual leaders. Virtual leader. Immediately, all of our leaders are immortal, which is awesome. Also, all of our leaders generate a ridiculous amount of resources from their pop jobs. which I think is nice, especially considering we already have a bunch of leaders that have their destiny traits up and running. So now we have immortal destiny leaders that just generate insane amount of resources. Military effects, that's really nice. Yeah, it's just basically a flat bonus all round. But what it basically means in the grand scheme of things is that, yeah, we never have to worry about pops ever again. That's what it boils down to. What the hell? Wait, hold on. I've had primitives inside of my empire this entire time? On this astral planet? What kind of pops we talking here? What kind of pops we got? What are they? Radioactive, adaptive, existential. Okay, pop growth turn. Sure. Yeah, they're ready to join. I need more pops anyway, so why not, right? They can join me. I'm not going to invade them. I'm just going to partially explode them from orbit.
We've constructed something.
Oh no. Oh. We have an energy vampire in the Empire. Okay, that is not good at all. We're currently running at minus 500 energy a month, so that's not good. We can get some really cool stuff out of this. This could be very interesting, actually. The kaleidoscope. Well, I got myself the vacuum flower, so that's something, and the kaleidoscope is now finished. And I got somebody who came out of a rift, so I guess that's nice. A bunch of bonuses being held here, but still, you know, we're doing our thing. What does the kaleidoscope even do, though? What does it do? Relics. Monthly energy plus 10%. Grants different resource production bonus depending on the star class of your capital. I'm guessing that did something. Very cool. And of course, the 6th expedition is probably going to be one of the more important parts because we need to reactivate the structure, basically, and have it rebuild itself so we can put infinite pops on this place, which are all digital, of course. And yeah, we need to get to a distant spire because we need to get to the deeper levels. With all the fun and games that comes with that. Sooner rather than later, you're just going to get into a position where you need to get tetradimensional engineering, and it's going to be completely and utterly impossible to, you know, run a stable economy doing so. So, in order to deal with that, I've thrown basically everybody automatically into the synaptic lathe. So you're going to get kidnapped from a planet. You're immediately going to go use your brain powers to, you know, to power the matrix, so to speak. So that's unfortunate for these people. On the other hand, I do have planets full of pops that I could potentially use. I'm going to need to take a look at how much stuff this place actually produces. And of course, in order to get the very last part of this puzzle going and getting a up and running, awesome Birch World, I need to get tetradimensional engineering, which is the last piece of the puzzle. And it's going to take us forever. Guess we need to put more bodies inside the lathe. And of course, a war in heaven at the same time. No, we will not. Will not pick any sides in this conflict. Oh my god, how much? Oh yeah, new federation. Oh great, yeah. How much firepower? Oh my god, they've got 19 million fleet power because gigastructural engineering is a thing. I've got like 200,000, 200 years into the game. Oh god, it's a mess. In the category of things you don't see coming, apparently the entire frontier sector of... Oh my god, that's a lot of pops! Oh my god, that's so many pops. That is a lot of pops. This is gonna take a while. That was a lot of pops. Now, all those pops are instantly going to be replaced by virtual pops on this planet, which is fine in essence. But the real question is... oh yeah. Yeah, that'll do the trick. So I'm making about 700,000. Oh my god. It's just so many of them. How's my economy not like imploding? Are these all like immediately populated with virtual pops? That would be really cool if that's the case. But it doesn't look. Oh, I still have to reset all of these. Okay, give me a second here. Oh my god, it's minus 200,000 energy because of the Lathe. Oh, that's hilarious. Am I at least getting like science really quick at the moment? It better. This is all the science. This takes 1 month and then it's done.
Council agenda available.
It's a little delightful. Every single piece of science takes a month. That's it. Like, just need a month. Rules of reality? Sure. 1 month. Science, that shit. 8. One. There it is, finally. Tetradimensional engineering. Now, you may have noticed that we now only have 60,000 science, and that's probably because we burned through all of our pops and our economy bankrupted, so that was unfortunate. Still, though, you know, the synaptic lathe still got like 200 pops in there, but you know, we're getting it done. We're getting it going. We just need to get tetradimensional engineering up and running so that we can finally finish the exploring our ancient home chain, and also, you know, win the game, because as soon as we have the ancient home set up, ready to go, or at least finished, we basically have infinite pops. So there we go. Additional districts. Almost there to max out everything. Guess who's here? Killing fallen empires. Yeah, it's
Time for some new crow.
her. I'm not really going to bother with her. She's not really a problem, but could be a potential issue in the long run. Well, we're here at the core. The gravity bore is here, whatever that means. It's a dormant gravity bore, and we're apparently going to need to rebuild it for 10,000 science. So, oh, that's a mysterious tempest. Where's the gravity bore? There's the gravity bore. How much would that cost? Oh, minerals, energy, or dark matter. Let's do minerals. And we should be 600 days away from our goal to finish the Birch World and fill this bad boy up till pops to the end of time and see how ridiculous we can do that. And there it is, the end of the event chain. We've got the structure back online. So we will need to feed it significant amounts of advanced materials to revive the full structure. Okay, so now what do we do? Is there a new event? Oh, there it is. Restore Birch World. I just need a ton of alloys. Existing planetary features and districts will be replaced. With what exactly? There it is. Vast expanses. Infinite possibility. This means that our capital is now up and running. Look at that. We can add infinite districts. Infinite minerals. Infinite resources. Infinite everything. Everything's gonna... Oh my god, the quantum computation indexes. So the question is, to what oh my god, look at all of this. Bureaucratic complex. There's just so much stuff. And I need all of it. And I can just keep on adding it. And there you have it. Infinite pops. Ready to fill this Birch World up. And reclamation wars. It just keeps going. There's just so many resources being generated here by this place. Like infinite alloys, infinite minerals, infinite energy, basically everything you could ever imagine. I'm generating plus 35k science. Now, it's not the millions that I was doing before, but still, like, this is an absolutely ridiculous amount. And, like, not even all the slots are filled up yet. It's just crazy how many resources are being generated here on this particular world. Oh, that's where all the servants are. Look at that. ready to be moved into the lathe, which can also be upgraded. I still got like 40 pops in here. That's a lot more than I had anticipated. But there you have it, the Birch World, maxed out with virtual pops that can just infinitely keep on growing, because every single district that I build will automatically be filled up by pops, and I don't need to wait for pop growth at all, because, well, let's put it this way, it will automatically fill up until the end of time. And considering we're sitting on the cusp of a black hole, that can come sometime in the future, because the end of time sitting around a supermassive black hole seems like a pretty good idea to have. Hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. Took me a couple of days, but still, you know, it's always a great time playing with Gigastructural Engineer, and I could have done a lot crazier stuff than this, but 230 years in, not too bad. We got all this synaptic lathe stuff going on, and you know what? I think I'm back. I'm gonna make some more videos. I'm feeling it again. Let's do this. ASpec's back. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take good care of yourselves, and as always, each other.